Hi, I'm Karen Summers at Summer Brook Acres Golden Retrievers, and this is Oliver, who is 9 weeks and 6 days old, and I'm going to show you some of the training that we've been doing with him over the last couple of weeks. All right, ready, Oliver? All right. Down. Yes. That's it. Yes. Oliver tends to also, as some of the others do, gets his stays mixed up, which is why I like to use the same word, just sit, repeat it, or the signal, repeat it, so that he knows that sit means to sit until I tell him to get up, but stay meaning to stay in either a sit or a down is very confusing to a puppy. Down. Yes. Now Oliver tends to go down often. Yes, not all the way. And by the time they're 10 weeks old, they all know, even though they don't always do it, that down means to go down with your elbows all the way on the ground. So they don't get the yes until they're down. A lot of times they go down and it's halfway between a sit and a down. And he's probably going to do that at some point. Down? Yes. Well, he's stretching his legs out a little bit better today than he did yesterday. Sit. Yes. Yes. Down. Yes. See, he went down in kind of 2 steps. It's like, is this good enough to have one leg stretched out there? But he knows it's not quite, but he'll look up at me sometime to see if he can get away with it. Oliver. Now this is our come command. It's what we call our emergency recall. That we only do it when we have food, and we encourage people to do this until they're 6 months old, only with food, so that by the time they're older, they'll come even when there's something that's really distracting. And I've talked too long to where now his attention is back on me anyway, but maybe in a minute he'll wander off again. So this is what I really like in a puppy, is when they're going up and down and he's trying to get my attention. And as I'm talking, I'm going to lose him just because of his age, and he'll wander off in a minute. Sit. Yes. Down. Yes. Good boy. You're getting it all the way down. Stay. Oliver, come. Now when I do the recall, I always back up from them. That makes them want to come even more, and that just makes it a stronger instinct in them, because what I really want is to build it into them so much that when they hear Oliver come, they don't even have to think about wanting to come to me. It's just automatic. They will just do it. Down. Yes, you see again, halfway down at first, and then I have to wait him out. And part of our training is we wait instead of repeating commands. We give them a chance to figure out why it is that they're not getting the reward. And usually they will figure it out on their own if they halfway know what it is you're wanting them to do. I'll show you a little of the leash work that Oliver is doing. Let's go. That's a good boy. Good boy, Oliver. Good. Good boy. That's my buddy. Good boy, Oliver. Good boy. Good boy. Good. That's a good boy. Yes. And what I feel like that the focus healing teaches, because I'm aware that most people are not going to do competitive healing, but it does teach them trust. And it's a hard thing for a puppy to focus on someone, even sitting, but to move is taking it an extra step further. And the command, let's go, means let's get moving on, because when we take them for a walk, and puppies at this age really don't need long walks, but they need to sniff around and explore their world, but there comes a time when you're ready to move on with them, and that's when we use, let's go. Good. show you some of his work on the place cot. If you happen to have a coranda bed or some other raised bed, it gives them a border that helps it to be easier for them to do the stays because they can't creep forward on it without falling off. All right, place. We use the word place. And they know this is where we work. And so when we have one of these just in the house, they're just going to go jump on it and see if they can get you working with them. Sit. Yes. Down. Yes. Now he had to think about that one because he was too close to the edge of the cot, but stay. Yes. All right, and the work that we do with them in their crates is centered around mealtime. Okay, we're done. And I always say okay to indicate that we're finished with the work session. We also use okay to let them know that they can pass through doors and gates and out crate doors. We have two release words, okay, being the one that I was just explaining, and the other one is yes, which is just a marker word, similar to a clicker in clicker training, to just let the puppy know that they've done the right thing and that a reward is coming. So what we do at mealtime is we tell each puppy to get in. They get in, turn around and sit down and wait for us to put the bowl in front of them. And then they, before we'll let them have it, they have to sit and wait with eye contact. Now we don't reward this, and the way we deal with a puppy that's jumping up on us is that it's just simply ignored. They don't get petted, they don't get treats or anything until they're either at a sit or in a down. Yes. Now we started this out by pointing in the crate, but now they pretty much understand the word get in. Wait. Okay. At this stage, we're still keeping our hand underneath there, and you probably noticed that he looked away from me just to see that the bowl was there. I try not to interfere with my hand at this point because I want them to make the decision on their own to look back at me without trying to get that bowl of food. Now normally if I wasn't talking, I would have closed the crates, and we let them stay in the crates for about 20 or 30 minutes here. They have a bully stick or a bone of some kind in the crate with them, and we do this exercise while they're fully wide awake. If you will do it at home while they're sleepy, you'll get a whole lot more time out of it, but because what we're doing is training them to like the crate, there's not a whole lot of training that takes place when the puppy's asleep. So we do it while they're wide awake, feeling that if a puppy will behave himself while he's awake, it's easier while they're asleep. Every few minutes, at first it was every 2 or 3 minutes, and now we will sometimes wait 15 or 20 minutes. We'll go back and drop a little handful of treats. And when I say treats, we're simply using the dog food. We dole out a portion of their daily meal ration, and that's what their treat is. But periodically we drop in just a handful, and that gets them excited to just wait and to be patient. And we gradually stretch that time out, and we gradually make the time that we come back and reward them random instead of on a consistent schedule. But in the beginning, we start this work with it being consistent. When they're finished, and not after this short couple of minutes time, so he's probably wondering what I'm doing letting him out so soon, we don't let them out until they give full eye contact, and they have to either be sitting or in a down, we don't care which, but we don't want them pawing on the edge of the crates. We'll just wait that out. If they're pawing, they don't get out. And then as soon as they have eye contact, and he did, but I was talking, okay, and I would encourage, okay, he can get out. And a lot of times they just like being in there, and he doesn't really understand why I'm letting him out so soon. But I would encourage you when you get home with your own puppies to not be yakking when you're training a 10-week-old puppy, because it's really more of a distraction than most can handle. All right, good boy.